Hello everyone, happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Another week gone. We are grateful. And what a lovely way to end the week with pictures like this. Not the one of William and that other lady, of Harry catching a wave and living his best life. Harry the hostage, as they keep telling us. Doesn't look like a hostage to me. Give me one sec, folks. One sec. I do apologize. I'm not in Bali, but maybe I brought back some of them bugs because I just saw a spider scrolling across the wall, so I just had to shoo it away. Okay, let's get straight into it. Sorry, I did have to move the podcast because we were having some slight technical difficulties, but we're okay now. Hey, Pen Dizzy. Pen Dizzy, did you change your avatar? I swear you've got a different avatar. Is that you, Pen Dizzy? If that's you, you're very pretty. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Church Nelly, thank you as always. All the mods. Try it again. I feel like I haven't seen you before. You new here, try it again, or are you silent listener? Hey, Karen. Hey, Ronnie Jackson. Health and happiness. Great to have you here. The old farts on Talk TV are calling Harry a child because he's surfing. Let's see when William will be surfing exactly. I did see some pictures of William bodyboarding going around, and they were trying to call it surfing. Anywho, let's get into, actually before I get into any royal stuff, I want to just highlight something else. Trigger warning. Talk of assault incoming. So if you want to like just clock out for like 2 minutes, but I do think this is actually very important. This is a warning, especially for women in the UK. But this man has also been seen in Grenada. So this is an individual. This Alexander Clack. He may also go by other names. He unalived a woman, a black woman, and he is known to target black women and approach specifically black women. And because of a loophole in the law, he's now free to walk around because he's been allowed out of jail. And I believe this did happen in Grenada, where he was targeting a woman, but he's now back in the UK. It's been confirmed that he's back in the UK around the Middlesbrough area. But he's also apparently been seen around the London area also. And he's back on social media and on dating sites. What annoys me about this whole thing, and I felt to say this today because I do have a lot of UK listeners and a lot of black women who are UK listeners also. What annoys me about this whole thing is he is going to hurt someone else. And it's very likely that he will probably unalive another woman. And then it's going to be, oh, well, the law couldn't do anything about it, and this, that, and the third. And this so-called loophole that allows him to walk around free, I don't think it's probably even been looked at. And it probably won't be looked at until he unalives another woman. And he probably will. Because the justice system does not care about keeping women and girls safe. So he is on the prowl again. Please do remember his face. Do not approach him. He may go under other names other than Alexander Clack. And he is on dating sites. He is on social media prowling for another victim. Please do be careful, ladies. Especially if you're in the UK or Grenada, where he likes to hang out a lot. Oh, just so sad. Rest in peace to that poor woman. And yeah, it's just scary. The law will allow monsters like this to just walk around freely. Anyway, sorry, I didn't want to really start off on a bad note, but I saw this and I just, I have such a big audience, and I know that there are women in the UK who listen to me, and I just really felt to say this today if it helps keep anybody else safe. Okay, on to more positive stuff. Yeah, I opened up my social media, and who do I see on a surfboard? Not Harry. Not Harry surfing. Not Harry the hostage living his best life. So this all went down at the Kelly Surf Camp, or the surf ranch. And it was posted by Raymana van Bastoleja. I probably butchered his name. Very sorry, sir. But he is a well-known figure in the surfing world, especially in Tahiti. He's a professional surfer and key ambassador for surfing in the region, often referred to as the mayor of Teupo, which is famous for its massive and dangerous waves. Raimana has played an important role in guiding visiting surfers, including professionals and public figures, through the challenging waves of Teupo. And he's a mentor and coach, recognized for his deep knowledge of the ocean and his efforts to promote Tahitian culture through surfing. And so I don't know if I should actually play the video, because it's from Instagram, but I won't play the video just in case the copyright police come after me. But you've probably seen it. It's all over socials. And Harry is so good. That's the thing. It's not even like he's struggling to keep up on the board. Like he is riding that wave, following after his mother, perhaps. Throw back to St. Kitts and Nevis in 1993. And here also, Diana body surfing on her board. It's just so nice that just Harry gets these freedoms. Can't wait to see William surfing in the sewerage filled seaside somewhere on one of our coastal shores. Mr. Environmental can go and surf on one of the sewerage filled seaside areas. The Daily Fail was trying to get this footage from the surf instructor. Daily Mail here. Would it be possible to use this video screen grabs in our Mail Online video and player site? We fully credit you. Now, I don't know if this guy said yes or no, but you know what? They often just use these videos anyway without even asking. I'm probably owed a bit of money from a piece of video that I posted online. It was somebody acting crazy while I was in Bali on a bike. And there were huge Australian TV networks that were using that footage. So they do actually owe you money when they use your footage. Oh dear. I don't think he responded, but I'm sure the Daily Mail used the footage anyway because they're not getting access to Harry and Meghan. And this is all the access they have. They know what we know. Anyway, it was really nice to see Harry just living his best life. So I think it costs, I was looking at the costs for this. The Surf Kelly Slater's wave pool costs $7,000 per hour. That's $583 per wave. But you can rent the whole place out for $70,000. And low-key season for a bargain of $50,000. Bargain. They keep saying that Harry and Meghan are broke. But you've got Harry here surfing for $7,000 an hour. And apparently, according to Richard Eden, they are buying a place in Portugal. Now, I don't know what evidence they have for this, but this is the headline. So this is, if this is true, and there's really no confirmation that it is, they didn't know about their house in Montecito, so I don't know how they know about this. But if it is true, this is not a couple that is divorcing or going broke. And we all know that has been BS. Pendizzy, go Harry, looks fun. It does indeed. I was in Bali for 8 months and never tried surfing once. It just doesn't really look like my thing. I prefer to learn how to like scuba dive or something. Oh, you've been here. You just changed your screen name. Okay. Wendy, you said Prince Harry got his swag on surfing, Cali style, missing the UK. Hell no. He's a full-blown surfer. And he's, for those of you who haven't seen the footage, honey, that wave is not riding him. He is riding that wave. So balanced. So balanced and so confident. Okay. Next thing I wanted to... Oh, yeah. And also, it was all over the interwebs. Like Beyonce said, you won't break my soul. Okay. Oh, yeah. Somebody posted this. And honestly, like when I saw this video of Harry surfing, literally, this is the first thing that came to my mind. Harry riding a monster wave. Meanwhile, William going over a log. Oh, dear. So Harry can surf. He can ride horses. He can play rugby. He can bobsleigh and ride a motorcycle. Is there anything he cannot do? All right, over to the tour in Australia that Charles and Camilla are about to go on. Now, they had Charles and Camilla's faces projected onto the Sydney Opera House. I didn't manage to get it up on the slide in time, but their faces are now being projected on the Sydney Opera House because that's exactly what you want to see when you're having a nice stroll in the evening along the marina. You want to see Charles and Camilla. Now, Republic, who went over to give them a warm welcome, wrote this to Rachel Reeves, the Chancellor. She said the Chancellor is, I think she holds the purse strings. Is that correct? To the country. They wrote this letter saying, "Dear Chancellor, I am concerned that while you are reportedly preparing to cut funding to public services and welfare, the huge cost of the monarchy will continue to rise. I am also very concerned that in response to emails sent to your parliamentary colleagues, many MPs have displayed a woeful lack of understanding of how royal funding works." Now, I'm going to stop right there. I have heard in my lifetime about 20 different explanations as to how royal money actually works. There doesn't actually seem to be any clear explanation. And I think part of the reason is to just cause confusion so people don't actually know the truth. You will hear 100 different explanations. The money comes from the duchy. The money comes from the Duchy of Lancaster or the Duchy of Cornwall. They get the money from, the private land ownership. Oh, but they also get money from the sovereign grant, and we all pay like £1 every year. And that's not a lot, so why are we all complaining? Okay, per person is probably not a lot, but as a collective, it is a lot. Or you'll hear, oh, but money comes from also tourism and the Crown Estate. There really is no clear answer. I have never actually heard any clear answer on how royal funding works and how they get the money and how much money that they get. There's no clarity. Goes on to say, it is difficult to have a serious debate about the out-of-control costs of the royals when MPs are so poorly informed. Republic recently published a report which demonstrates the monarchy costs the country more than £500 million a year. And, what are we paying for? We are down several royals. Some have run away, others have died. So what? Why are we paying more? Yeah, even my cat, even my cat is asking why. Y'all, can you hear her in the background? Oh, even my cat is fed up and asking, why are we paying more for these people? Meow meow. Why are we paying more? Don't worry, folks. She's okay. She just wants my attention. So it goes on to say, contrary to the claims made by some in your own party, none of that is funded by the Crown Estate. The Crown Estate makes no contribution towards the monarchy, although its profits are used to calculate increases in the sovereign grant. It is worth noting that the Irish head of state costs around £4 million excluding security. How can £500 million for Britain's head of state be justified? And for such a small group of people, even if you were going to say £1 million per head, per royal, per senior royal, and then like £500 million per minor royal, it still wouldn't come to £500 million. What are we paying for? I mean, it looks like these people don't even know to buy moisturizer and sunscreen, so I can't see where that money is going. Not only do we not have a clear amount of how much we're spending, you can't even see where the money is going. Where is it going? If painful decisions are required, as you have said, shouldn't those cuts be at the top? I am asking for the royal budget to be slashed, for the monarch to be put on an annual salary, and for there to be an inquiry into royal costs. Such an inquiry should look to clarify the funding and costs of the monarchy, review the status of the Duchies of Lancaster and Cornwall, and consider scrapping the sovereign grant. Kindest Graham Smith, CEO of Republic. Agreed. Agreed. If you want to keep the monarchy and the majority of the United Kingdom want to keep the monarchy, then keep the monarchy. But scale it down significantly. We don't need it at the scale that it is now. We don't. Every other country understood this a long time ago. And it's actually why their royals are more tolerated. A lot of them have normal jobs. Or whatever generational wealth that they acquired, they manage it in funds so that they don't have to take a whole lot more from public funds. They have enough generational wealth that they can just take what they have now and never be given anything again. Why do they need to be given more continuously? Anywho, they are already trying to make excuses for Camilla, especially because she's really going to feel it, I think, more than Charles. Coming soon, inside Camilla's fear for exhausting Australia tour amid King Charles' health news and coping mechanisms she relies on. I mean, nobody's forcing you to go. Nobody's forcing you to go. It's your egos pulling you to go. That's why you're going. Nobody asked for this tour. Nobody's going to remember it in a week. So you're in fear of being exhausted for a tour that nobody asked you to do. Editor-in-chief of Majesty Magazine, Ingrid Seward, what do we call her? Sewerage? Ingrid Sewerage, told Fabulous that Queen Camilla is 76. She gets very tired because she's not born to this royal life. And yet she chased the whole future king, ruined Diana's marriage. But she's not born to this royal life. Well, clearly she wanted it. She wanted that crown. and she wanted him. The crown more than him, but she got both. What she'll never have is Diana's adoration. I know she's been in it a long time, but she's not born to it. And I think people sometimes forget that Camilla's never actually had a job. So because she's never had a job, we're meant to feel sorry for her because she's going to be exhausted for going to another country where nobody asked her to go and do a tour that nobody cares about. We're meant to feel sorry for her because she's never had a job. And now she's here having to do this dire work, this back-breaking work of going on a royal tour. She's not a great traveler and she's not good in the heat because you know her, like a lot of women her age, her feet swell up and she feels uncomfortable. Oh no. That's a shame. You know what she can do? She can stay at home. No, nobody would miss these two if they stayed at home. So it's not the most pleasurable thing to do for her to whisk across Australia, although it might be really exciting for somebody younger. Or somebody like who? Like Harry and Meghan, who you chased out, who are having some rather successful tours. No feet swelling over in Team Sussex. This is what they want, but it's not what they're going to get. They'll have to pay people or trick them to come out and line up for Charles and Camilla. Oh. Minxie Martin, you said Portugal, south of Lisbon is Southern Paradise. Indeed it is. What's that place? There's a place that I went to just across the bridge from Lisbon. I forget the name, but you can go surfing there and it's very nice. Yes, Bibi Romero. He's living the California surfing USA life. Harry, Prince of Waves. Oh yes, and Harry can also ski and control an Apache helicopter. Minxie Martin, did you see how wet it was when they landed in Sydney? No, I actually didn't. I'll go and check it out. Thank you for thank you for letting me know. Hey, Puzzle Dot, how are you? Yes, dear. Harry and Meghan had to run away from them crazy people. I would have ran too. The only thing that still surprises me to this day is that they didn't run sooner. I think Harry still wanted to hold on. It's that cult conditioning. They have lost nothing from leaving. Yes, she will be sitting in her car again. But I thought that being a royal was a job. So I don't know what Ingrid's talking about. Yes, Jen Comworth. She had a job. She had one job, and that was wreck Diana's marriage. And she was mighty good at it. Best in her field. There's never been another side chick like Camilla. The side chick of all side chicks. Iconic. Okay. Next thing I wanted to mention was, yes, there's been, I don't know if anybody else feels it, I feel it, an interesting change of tone in some of the reporting, particularly around William and Kate. And I think that this tour is going to be a litmus test for what's to come. And I think that William especially, I mean, the way he's looking so drained recently, I think he's panicking. Because by the time he gets onto the throne, let's just say that Charles's health is good and he lives for another 10, 20 years. A lot can happen in 1 year, let alone 10 or 20. So I think he is panicking. And I think that there's a lot of countries that are now looking to send a message that this whole royal parade, while Charles is king, it'll be the last time that royal parade is welcome in town anywhere they go. I think that there are a lot of countries that are now looking to say the door is closed. And when you, William, whenever you become king, we don't want you here. We will not make space for you. And if Australia is saying this, I expect more countries to say it as well. Royal tours, especially overseas ones, it was one of the main ways that they kept in the minds of people in other countries. And if you've got a country like Australia not sending any of the official, I mean, I'll have to watch the videos. For those of you who have watched them already, was there any officials there to meet them at all? I'll have to go and check that out. But clearly, at least in Australia, they're sending a message. We're no longer interested. We've got other things to do. We no longer see you as this power that we should bow down to. I mean, I would, if you told me we were sending British politicians to go and negotiate some new trade deals, or I don't know, cultural exchanges, or just something useful to the country, that I would be clapping for, of course, because it's beneficial to the country. There's nothing about this that is particularly beneficial at all, and it's just steeped in these old-fashioned traditions that we just need to get rid of. If you're not doing anything that benefits us in any way, just don't do it. Or benefits there's other countries with the resources that we have, and giving back where you took from, don't go. Either you're going to do something that's for the benefit of the British people, or for the benefit of the people where you're going, or just don't go. Also, the GB News posted this. Prince William looks dapper in velvet blazer at glitzy award show without Princess Kate. The soft launch is happening. I mean, it's been happening for some time, slowly. I think they're slowly, putting this idea of William and Kate, separate engagements, separate lives. I think the first time I really noticed it when they were using a lot of language in articles about William, almost painting him like a single dad. So I think there's a lot that the press want to say. They're still gagged. I think there will be a turning point, because even the press themselves, they are expected at the moment to protect the other royals. They use Harry and Meghan as a shield and for clickbait. But as I have been saying on this podcast for a while, if it becomes more profitable and the moment they get clearance to go after the other royals, it's going to be just mayhem. I can't remember who it was. I think it was like a UK journalist who said something like, I think he deleted the post straight after, but it was screenshotted. And he said something like, I can't wait for the UK press to be free to talk about William, or I think it was the UK press can't wait to talk about William, something like that. And I feel like there's a lot more than even what we suspect. I think it's a lot more than just alleged affairs. Please, that's that's lunchtime for royals, right? So I don't think it's just affairs. I don't think it's just alleged love children. I don't think it's just, jewelry going missing and being sold, or cash for owners. I think there's a whole lot more. A whole lot more. And that's why William is looking the way he's looking recently. He looks more sick than Kate. But Kate is the one who was apparently ill. Also, at this so-called award show, I think it was for Centrepoint, there were all these articles that Lady Kitty Spencer, Amelia Spencer, and Lisa went to this award to support William. Now, I didn't see, and nobody else saw, a single picture of the Spencer sisters with William. And yet there were all these headlines that they went there to support William. So I think it's great to see the Spencers come out and support Harry as they did at the St. Paul's Cathedral when they were celebrating the 10 years of Invictus. And I think that definitely got under the skin of some people in the palace and definitely got under the skin of William. And I think he and the palace will be wanting to paint this narrative of him getting support from the Spencers as well. Even though I remember at the unveiling of Diana's statue, and you could see the body language between Harry and the aunties, the Spencer aunties, and William. I do feel that William holds some kind of grudge, or there's just something there when it comes to Diana's family. I also think that he has a lot of misplaced anger towards his mother. The man needs help. They all need help. And the only person in this family that seems to have helped himself is Harry. And the others, stuck in their egos, don't seem to want to help themselves either. They would rather just put on a show for the cameras that anybody with 1 or 2 brain cells can see that this is just all fake. It's propaganda and it's fake. I don't know how anybody can live their life like this. It's just weird. I've been doing this podcast now for almost 3 years, and I still look at images like this, and I'm just like, what is the point? Playing characters in a fake fairy tale that's falling apart. For what? For what and for who? People can see through it now. Australia can certainly see through it, and they're letting it be known we can see through it. Okay. I think I've blabbered on enough today. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining me as usual. Oh, thank you so much, too. I will respond to you, my dear, when I get a moment, to a Miss, I won't say your full name in case you don't want it said online, but a Miss Ruth C, who sent me a very, very sweet message. Her husband actually bought my book for her. And she sent me a very, very sweet message. So thank you so much to you, ma'am. I wasn't expecting that at all. I will respond to you. Very much appreciate it. And yeah, please do keep sending me your pictures. And if you can leave a review, even if you haven't yet bought the book, if you can leave a review on Amazon, please do, because the trolls will definitely, there were a couple of people who did leave some faulty reviews. I managed to get them removed, but they can still actually downstar the book, even if they haven't left a review. So please go and leave reviews if you, especially if you've read the book already, and a number of you have. So I would appreciate that, please. All right, let's wrap up with your comments and then we'll call it a day. Also, you said Harry and Meghan are more likable than William and Kate, so William should have been nice to them. Indeed. I mean, everybody could see that. Minxie Martin, can you imagine William marrying again? Oh boy. Another wedding. Do you know what? History often repeats itself and rhymes. So I actually see that happening. I mean, Charles did. So what's stopping William? And he's clearly not interested in his marriage with Kate anymore. Clocked out of that a long time ago. I can actually see it happening. Now the question is, who is soulless enough I know that the Aristo girlies don't want him. They know better. They got their clout, dated him for a few years, and then went off and got some other Aristo man and kept it pushing. Kept it very demure, very mindful. They weren't going to marry Willie. They were not going to marry into this crazy Windsor family. The Aristo girls knew because they actually grew up around these people. So they got their clout and they went. So I don't see him marrying one of these Aristo types. I think it's going to have to be one of these desperate Lady Victoria Harvey types. They'll manage to find one. Like, there will actually be someone out there. She will probably have a drop or two of melanin. Just a drop or two. She'll have something spicy. A drop or two of melanin, or, you know, a dash of spice from somewhere. They'll find someone. And I'll be right here on this podcast to report about it. Might even have a baby on my hip by that time. I will still report on it. I had the baby on one hip and the cat on the other. Oh, Helen, and there was a pic with William and the Spencer cousins on that stage. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you for correcting me, because I hadn't seen any pictures yet, and I thought maybe that they were trying to spin a false narrative. So thank you for making that correction, Helen. We don't want no misinformation here. Having said that, though, I don't believe I've seen them at events for William recently. So that is still very interesting that they would come to this one and be on the stage with him. Hi, Benjamin. Nice to see you here. We're just wrapping up, but you can watch the replay. Mina, you said, I don't think William falls with his mama's side of the family. Yeah, I don't think they do. And I think part of that is jealousy because they're quite close to Harry. Very close, it would seem. Because I'm pretty sure, didn't they go to the christening? Lily's christening? Thank you so much, Minxie Martin. Thank you for listening. Elaine said, and apparently my daughter has bought me yogurt for my birthday. Aww. Thank you. I hope you enjoy it. By the way, do y'all remember when I got demonetized? I started another channel because I thought that would maybe somehow get over the demonetization. Now, I found out that actually when you are demonetized, you shouldn't start another channel because they could ban that channel as well. But that channel, I was thinking of actually turning that. It's actually a Minxie Martin's comment that's made me think about this. Turning that into some kind of like positive, uplifting channel. Pretty much in the spirit actually of how I started this channel, but it obviously turned into a more royal news channel. So I think I had named that channel Duchess of Reeds or Duchess of Tea or something like that. So I'm mentioning this because I think about 700 of you subscribed to that channel at the time, but I'm going to change the name of that channel and turn it into something else. So if you suddenly start seeing videos on my feed from me on a different channel, you'll know why. Feel free, by the way, to unsubscribe from that if that's not content that you want. But I'm saying it because I think about 700 of you actually did subscribe. And as and when I start posting on that channel, if anybody's interested in that, I will post the link. But writing, this book just has got me in the mood of just like starting some kind of channel where we can just talk about, leveling up and glowing up in life and, becoming better people, being our best selves, So if that's something that you're interested in, I will go back to the original spirit of this channel, but just in another space. Because I love doing like royal daily news, but I'm also like really passionate about helping women level up and, being your best selves and like living your best lives. Totally, I need a bee slapping channel. There's plenty of those. There's, I'll give you a few. Tisa Tells. Murad Morali, who I love them both. Six the Goddess. I mean, there's so many great bee slapping channels. There's no shortage of them on this platform. But those are 3 amazing ones that I watch. Go check them out. Your level up guru, love her. I won't be doing a B slapping channel. I feel like I low key do enough B slapping here. But on a more serious note, I do just want to like just start some kind of space where I just talk about, you know, let's level up in life. Let's level up like Harry and Meghan. You know, we can all take a little bit of that Harry and Meghan glow and apply it to our own lives. Rhonda, you said, I didn't haven't deleted it. I'd love some positivity. It's much needed in space. Yeah. Good morning, Rahini. Sorry, we're just wrapping up. Glad you came though. Chris and Charles, I like that channel idea. Yeah. Yeah. I think let me actually just check now. What did I call it? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, no. So I called it Duchess of Reads, and there's 865 of you subscribed to that. So yeah, I'm gonna change the name, but let me post it. Can I post it now? Let's have a look. Before we log out. Let's see if I can. Oh yeah, here we go. Copy the link. I will share it now. So here it is. If you are interested in that, I'm not, you know, if you're not interested in that, that is absolutely fine. You can just keep it here in our little Sussex Squad roll space. But that is, yeah, that is a channel that I started when I got demonetized, and I thought I was going to try and start another one. I would turn it into something else. And if you have suggestions for things that you actually want to talk about on that channel, please do let me know. I love to see people doing well, you know, and if there's anything, you know, any knowledge that I have on things that I can put out there to help you live your best lives, then that's the type of space that I want to create. Those are T channels. Okay. What's the difference between a T channel and a B slapping channel? I thought they're the same thing. I got it all messed up because I thought that they were the same thing, Church Nelly. Are they not the same thing? Is a B slapping channel? Is that like the next level? What? How do you define a B slapping channel? Define it. Yes, please hit that like button on your way out. Please do. Highly appreciated. Oh yes, and please remember to vote. I believe voting is open, or like early voting opened in the US. We cannot go back, so please remember to vote. All right, that'll be all. See you tomorrow, folks. Ciao.